At Comics and Comics, we have a segment where we like to give an opinion about something, and if you've ever read any fanboy post on any message board anywhere, you understand why we call this segment, But Let's Face It. There's no two ways about it. Over the past few decades, there has been a gender inequity shift in the world of geekdom. Whereas comic book and science fiction conventions used to be dominated by males, women have slowly but surely been infiltrating the ranks of high-level magic users, Ultimate Universe apologists, and Deep Space Nine Trekkies. The inevitable side effect of this is that there has been a huge spike in the world of geek dating. Indeed, the ascendancy of females in geek circles has yielded women gaining an unprecedented tolerance for mouth breathers. But let's face it, geek dating is a slippery slope filled with more dangers than the pre-credit sequence in Raiders of the Lost Ark. When geeks date non-geeks, I get it. That's a formula that will work. Couple moves in together, geek wants to display his carded Micronauts collection in the living room, non-geek shoots it down but allows a small portion of a wall in the office and makes sure that his collecting habits don't get too crazy. And for the record, I'm not issuing a double standard here. It's also completely workable where the girl is the geek. When a girl says to her guy that she wants an Adventure Time mural in the living room, there will be an Adventure Time mural in the living room. I mean, geek or non-geek, the guy knows he's going to lose every argument. However, although the guy will have no problem with the girl's geek passions, she will need to pursue them on her own. Like Clint Eastwood in the Man with No Name trilogy, she will have no partner in crime. But when both are geeks, that's a recipe for an Arrakis sandstorm. I mean, someone needs to be the muggle in the relationship, right? Otherwise, the couple is going to embrace and take a swan dive down the rabbit hole of fandom, except the rabbit hole will be more like a sarlacc pit. I know it's a term of endearment, but when geek couples start calling each other my precious, that's worth looking at, because eventually, like some kind of cosplaying Bonnie and Clyde, their lifestyle will be their undoing. The safeguard that used to be in place was that when guys fully immersed themselves into their nerd hobbies, they did so at the risk of never kissing girls. But now, when geeks can get to second base, not despite the Black Lotus card in their Magic the Gathering deck, but because of it, the world becomes like an unshielded dilithium chamber. Women can be remarkably considerate and thoughtful to the geeks they love. On very special occasions, they will reluctantly wear the too small Wonder Woman underoos to bed for their fella. But if that is her default setting, how is anything ever going to get done? Ladies, if you've gotten to a place where you want to spend 6 months building a steampunk Black Canary costume, good for you. We're happy to have you on board as part of the super nerd team. But let's face it, for Zod's sake, for the good of everyone involved, stop fucking us.